Alhamdulillah. الحمد لله الذي جعلنا خير أمة أخرجت للناس فأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبد الله ورسوله صلى الله وسلم عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين آمين. أما بعد، عنوان خطبة الجمعة ليومنا هذا المبارك بيان وجوب الاهتمام بشؤون الأمة المسلمة. فمن لا يهتم بشؤونهم لا يعتبر منهم. The praise of commendation is due to Almighty Allah. He, the Almighty, is the one who has made us to be part of the Ummah. Differently brought out for people. The best religious community created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I testify that there is no deity, no God deserving worship but Allah alone, who has no partner in that position. I also testify that our leader Muhammad is servant of Allah and messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Almighty Allah continue to shower much of His benedictions and peace upon the Prophet, his household, and all of his companions. Amen. My Muslim brothers and sisters, the title of our sermon for today is to explain the necessity of attending to the Muslim Ummah affairs, because anyone who does not concern himself with the affairs of the Muslims will not be considered as part of them. I therefore call upon you, my Muslim brothers and sisters, to fear Allah and to be keenly interested in concerning yourselves with the affairs of this Ummah. You are to know that attending to the affairs makes it incumbent and compulsory upon you to love each other for the sake of Allah, so that you will be able to help each other on doing the truth. With that, you will be sincere to one another among yourselves in doing and carrying out whatever that is right to be done, and in eschewing and shunning anything that is bad. You'll be able to do what is right, even if people perceive such to be disgusting. And you will always keep away from what is wrong, even if people look at it as being nice, because your own concern should be concentrating on what the Sharia has prescribed, not what people may want. O servants of Allah, clinging to the robe of Allah, recurring to Al-Quran and Sunnah, and having a keen interest in never preaching the rule of law as far as security measures are concerned. All of this for the purpose of establishing welfare for people. All of this is part of the demands of a good society as prescribed by your religion. They are of high demands in the life of a Muslim. The Almighty has instructed you in Surah Al-Nisa, Quran chapter 4, in verse 59 of it. I quote, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, oh, you have believed in the message. Ati'u Allah wa ati'u Rasul. Make sure that you always obey Allah and you obey the messenger. Wa ulil amri minkum. You are to also comply with the directives made by people in the corridor of power. فَإِن تَنَازَعْتُمْ فِي شَيْءٍ, if it happens that you ever differ and quarrel among yourselves in anything, فَرُدُّوهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَالرَّسُولِ, you are to refer the case back to what Allah says and the way the messenger explained it. In kuntum tu'minuna billahi wal yawmil akhir, that is if you truly believe in Allah and the last day. ذَلِكَ خَيْرٌ وَأَحْسَنُ تَأْوِيلًا, because that will be better and will be more suitable for any final decision. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has been chosen to receive Quran and deliver saying to the people of the world, in his own explanation said, Inna Allah yarda lakum thalatha, surely Allah Ta'ala will always be pleased with three things from you. وَيَكْرَهُ لَكُمْ ثَلَاثًا, and He the Almighty will always be displeased with three things that may be coming from you. وَيَرْضَى لَكُمْ أَنْ تَعْبُدُوهُ, as far as for the three things He loves from you doing, the first of such is that you should keep on worshiping him. وَلَا تُشْرِكُوا بِهِ شَيْئًا. While the first thing is that the second, after that first one, the second one is that you should never associate any other things with him in your worship. You have to keep away from polytheism, and you have to keep to monotheism. That is 1 and 2. وَأَن تَعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا. Lastly, the number 3 thing that Almighty Allah is pleased with to see it occur from you is that you all cling to the robe of Allah. All of you all together. You keep to the robe of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. And you should never get divided. Those are the 3 things. وَيَكْرَهُ لَكُمْ قَيْلَ وَقَالَ. With regards to the other 3 things that He the Almighty is displeased with it, or seeing it occur from you, the first of those 3 things is this: that gossip, they say, should never be part of your own life. Also, number 2 is that Allah does not like you to be making too much questions, so that you will not be like the Jews who perhaps to kill a cow, they started asking their prophet, how is the nose of the cow, how is the eye looks like, how is the chin look like, how is the neck look like, even how is the skin, this and that, until they make the thing difficult for themselves. You have to keep away from much questions. Lastly, why don't undermine waste of wealth. The wealth that Almighty Allah put under your custody belongs to Allah. So you should not squander anything. Because Almighty Allah will ask you, how are you disposing of the wealth He has endowed on you? This hadith has been reported by Imam Muslim in number 17 and number 1715 on the authority of Abu Hurairah radiyallahu anhu. I therefore call upon you who are here with me, and those of you who listen to me, and those of you who see me on this screen, I call upon you to fear Allah, because from time to time you will always find yourselves in some situations calling for making some committees, forming some committees among yourselves, and consigning some affairs to those selected working teams, so that whenever you want to take decisions, you will not be in any confusion. That is why anyone who has been commissioned to perform any matter should make sure that he do whatever that is necessary as expected of him in the best manner he can, so that inattention and negligence will not lead all asunder to harming each other. Some should be leaders while the remaining should be elect. All of us cannot be the leaders at the same time. And then, when comes the resurrection day, people are going to be summoned to account for the way they spent their lifespan through their respective leader. The tenure of every leader, those that he has been leading, will be asked to make account on the resurrection day. Because the leader is having the same functions of a managing director, the same functions of a ruler, and that is why obedience to him is paramount, inasmuch as he is performing well, inasmuch as he himself is obeying Allah and fearing Allah in whatever he is doing. The Almighty has told you in Surah An-Nur, Quran chapter 24, in verse 62 of it, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إنما المؤمنون الذين آمنوا بالله ورسوله, that the true believers are those who have faith in Allah and His Messenger. وَإِذَا كَانُوا مَعَهُ عَلَى أَمْرٍ جَامِعٍ, and whenever they are with the Messenger of Allah or with anybody representing the Messenger among them on some common matter, لَمْ يَذْهَبُوا, they will not go away حَتَّى يَسْتَأْذِنُوهُ, except after having taken permission from him. When you are in a meeting and you have an excuse to leave, you should let anybody who is directing that meeting know why are you leaving them. Not that you will just disperse anyhow. That is not the way our own Sharia makes things down for us in our religion. Inna alladhina yasta'dinuna, Allah says, those who ask your permission. There are people who will always take permission. Ulaika alladhina yu'minuna billahi wa rasulihi, are those who truly and really believe in Allah and His Messenger. They know that Allah created them to cooperate among themselves, and that the Messenger of Allah will never cheat anyone, and anyone that is also representing the Messenger of Allah will be put in that position because of the trust people have in him, and for that he will never oppress anyone. He will not be biased. He will never be biased to any side. Once they now seek your permission, if one of them looks for your permission, for some of their affairs, فَأَذَنْ لِمَنْ شِئْتَ مِنْهُمْ, you can give permission to whom you will among them. And if you like to say no, we should all remain as we started together. We have to finish everything together. وَاسْتَغْفِرْ لَهُمُ اللَّهِ, and ask Allah's forgiveness for them. إِنَّ اللَّهَ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. Surely Allah is oft forgiving, ever merciful. I say this, my Muslim brothers and sisters, hoping that Almighty Allah will enable us to abide by these beautiful teachings of our own religion. May Almighty Allah assist us on listening well and obeying. إن الحمد لله فله الحمد وحده والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده. The commending praise is always and forever be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May His benediction and peace be upon that personality after whom there will be no further prophet to be born and raised. My Muslim brothers and sisters, I enjoin on you and on myself to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to unite ourselves on what can guarantee our success and our mobility. As Allah made us to be the best religious community, we should always show people that yes, we are truly good Muslims. Therefore, we should always distance ourselves from whatever that can cause the discord of the hearts among ourselves. Rather, our duty is to have keen interest in uniting our weight, to have one weight, because we have one God, one messenger, and we are practicing the same religion. And so, we should all join with a reign of collective works, such that cannot be done except with nice patience to tolerate anything that you may consider to be a rough conduct from the other person. Because you all have to completely identify yourselves with the surface to this religion of Islam for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There should be no eye surface. Surely you have resolved to sitting together on a round table talk, dialogue, and deliberate on what is next to be done. Therefore, eschew and shun any bad tendency in the way you are conducting your affairs. Because you just have to protect the venerated position of your leader. The leader who himself should be committed to doing what can put the affairs of the congregation and the community at large in order, far away from disorder. You are to know that coming together, union, unity is a blessing. Because what I forget, you know. What you forget, I know. With that, we'll be able to do what is right to be done. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always supports a people who are making collective effort of good purpose. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. In verses 71 and 72 of Surah Al-Isra, which is chapter 17 of which Allah says, يَوْمَ نَدْعُو كُلَّ أُنَاسٍ بِإِمَامِهِمْ. On the resurrection day, we are going to summon each group of people through their leader, which means that you, who is leading, you are in a delicate position. And you, who have been led, are also in a delicate position. The leader will be questioned, and the led will also be questioned. فَمَنْ أُوتِيَ كِتَابَهُ بِيَمِينِهِ. Therefore, on that day, those who will receive the balance sheet of their worldly deeds through their right hands, فَأُولَٰئِكَ يَقْرَؤُونَ كِتَابَهُمْ. Those will be reading their own book with every confidence. It's just like a student who has passed his examination and is been given the report card. He will be happy to show it to everybody. But if a student fails, he will not even like his parents to know what is written there. Not to talk of allowing others to know. وَلَا يُظْلَمُونَ فَتِيلًا. Allah says that those who will be receiving their own with their right hands will never be unjustly treated on that day in the list. وَمَنْ كَانَ فِي هَٰذِهِ أَعْمَىٰ. On the other hand, anyone who has been blind in this worldly life, whenever they ask him to adjust where adjustments is necessary, they say, no, leave me alone, let me finish my life the way I like it. And that one is a blind person. As a Muslim, we belong to the distinct ummah. When you are doing something wrong and people correct you, you have to take correction. So that on the resurrection day, you will not remain blind. Because if a person is blind here, he will also be resurrected blind on that day. When he will be resurrected blind, he will be thinking that blindness we are talking about is the blindness of these eyes. It is the blindness of the inside. On that day when he will be resurrected blind, he will be agitating, saying, why am I being resurrected blind now? I used to see when I was in the world, he would be saying, we are talking about the blindness of your insight in the world. When you were in the world, you turned your back at good talk. You were never ready to listen. That is why today you have this faith. You are finding yourself in a more abstract form. You are far away from the true form of lifestyle. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should never let that one be our own fate here in this world and in the hereafter. Someone to say Amen? Amen. Let's forget to say sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. May Almighty Allah continue to shower His benediction and peace upon the Prophet, his wives and children. May Almighty Allah be pleased with the companions and with us together with them. Every Jum'ah day like this, we never forget to remind you 3 things Allah said that you should be doing, and 3 things that He said that you should never do. Inna Allah ya'muru bil 'adl. Allah commands justice, wa ihsan, and kindness, wa ita'i dhil qurba, assistance to the relatives, wa yanha 'anil fahsha, just as He Almighty forbids any obscene behavior, wal munkari, the unacknowledged conduct, wal baghi, transgression. What you don't want people to do to you, never attempt doing this to them. Ya'idukum, when Almighty Allah admonishes you this way, is to benefit you, not to benefit Himself. He created you to benefit you. Those who are not created, what does it take out from the majesty of Allah? Nothing. And you that are created, if you do good, that good will be for your own self. Not that Almighty Allah is benefiting from it. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَذَكَّرُونَ. It is this way that you will always be made mindful of your position among human beings. Therefore, my Muslim brothers and sisters, continue to remember Allah, so that Allah will always remember you. Appreciate His favors upon you. Almighty Allah has favored you much. Therefore, appreciate all these favors upon you, so that Allah will give you more. The remembrance of Allah is the greatest achievement in your life. Allah knows whatever you do. May He always enable us to do what is right to be done. Amen. Summa Amen. Summa Amen. Rise up. Let us observe our Jum'ah prayer.